Hello and welcome to m200 Online Statistics at Cañada College. My name is Lapuz. In this video we'll do a homework problem from section 7.3. It says listed below are the amounts of mercury in parts per million, or ppm, found in tuna sushi sampled at different stores. The sample mean is 1.079 ppms. And the sample standard deviation is 0.277 ppms. It says use technology to construct a 90% confidence interval to estimate the mean amount of mercury in a population. It looks like they gave us the mean and the standard deviation already, but a lot of times when you have a situation like this, we have to actually find the mean and standard deviation. So let's go ahead and copy this information and paste it onto our Google Docs sheet. And we have a small number here. I think they wanted 90% confidence, so they want 90% confidence, so let's change our confidence level to 90 or 90%. Either way would work. Now let's find the mean and the standard deviation of this small list. I'll say equals, and then the average. Remember that in Excel or in Google Sheets, the mean is actually done by the average. So let's press enter. It looks like the mean is 1.1. and the standard deviation, let's call that STDEV, and then click and drag that. It looks like it's 3. Now those aren't the numbers that they gave us, but I think my mean and standard deviation here is not rounded off to 3 decimal places like theirs is. I want to look at the data set, and the data set has numbers that are rounded off to 2 decimal places, so I think I want to round this off to more decimal places. Let's round it off to 3 decimal places. So 1.079 and 0.277. 0.277 and 1.09 are the exact same numbers that they got. Our n is equal to, well, just by looking at this it looks like it's 7, so we can just say 7. But we can also say count if we have something in this cell, in this column. So provided that there's nothing else down there. Whoop, that didn't work. Count if, oh, let's just say count. So that's 7. So count. If you have a really long list and you're not sure how many numbers are listed there, you can just click on the whole column and the command count, and then that column will give us the number of elements in that column. Alright, we have our things all set up. Our critical value is a critical t value and 90%. So remember that we want to take 1 from 90%, and that's going to give us a two-tail of 0.1 or 10%. So inverse, or t-inverse, T-I-N-V, and then we'll just go ahead and do it using the formula. So it's 1 minus 0.9, comma, and then 7 minus 1 is 6. I can just say 6, so I'll just type 7 minus 1 here. And it looks like our critical t-value is 1.94, and that'll help us find our margin of error. We'll say equals for the margin of error. We'll click on the critical t-value times. We'll click on our s divided by, and then we'll have to type sqrt for the square root of n, and that is 7. Okay, so it looks like our margin of error is 0.203, and when we find our lower and upper bounds, we just have the x bar plus and minus the margin of error. So we'll say equals the x bar minus the margin of error, enter. We'll say equals the x bar plus the margin of error, enter. So here are the values rounded off to 3 decimal places, 0.875 and 1.282. Let's try that. 0.875 and 1.282. Okay, I hope that helps.